Now, as Ryan, Trenton, and Sean grab your attention towards the world of sports, food, and entertainment, and away from the things that are probably more important, we apologize for nothing and anything that may be spoken, learned, or forgotten today. This is the Real Tree Shaker Show.
Welcome to the Real Tree Shaker Show. I am Ryan.
And I am Trenton.
And I'm Sean. Greetings, everyone, to this fine evening. Gentlemen, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome on this beautiful evening of football and baseball.
Yes. And in case everybody's wondering, we did lose Trenton at the beginning of the video again, so we have a nice modest streak going with that.
Oh, it's a magician thing. It's just
Sure.
I need an assistant. But if anybody has missed the last show, we went over Messi's impact on the MLS. We gave a little training camp preview. And we discussed college football's 2024 realignment. So please check that out if you haven't already.
Yes.
Guys, tonight we have a treat for everyone. 2 top fives. One being Candy. And the other one, top 5 NFL teams heading into the season. And we're going to be doing the first official mock draft.
woohoo!
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantasy.
Yes.
Cannot wait.
Is here.
Okay,
Yes.
so Trenton, how many teams will you have on during the season? Fantasy.
This year?
Yeah.
Just
On average.
on average, usually like 4. Like, if you go past 4, I feel like, well, getting at 4 is enough. Like three's I think 3 is a good limit, but there's always that one fun league to be in where you kind of just take some risk. And, if you're not doing so hot, maybe you don't care as much, so therefore the risks go up even further. But yeah, I usually keep it around 4. I have one that I run. I guess those 2 that I run, and now you guys are in one of them, and then with Ryan, and then my other buddies at the distillery want to do one. So I'll try to keep it right there. Try to keep it there. Am I doing 2 with you guys? 1 auction, 1 norm?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Oh,
How about you guys?
Expansion.
well. I'm in 3 this year. I usually do 4, but I'm keeping it down to 3 this year. The 2 with y'all, and then the one I've been doing for probably, I think it's his 15th year now in a row. So, but yeah, I usually, like I said, I try to limit it to 3 to 4. That's, I just feel like I probably used to do like 10, maybe 8, but it got a little too much, and I was like, nah, I'm going to focus on winning and not just,
It does get to be too
not just
much.
doing one to do one. So 3 to 4 is good to me.
Yeah. I would be at 4 if I didn't agree to the distillery one, but I'm going to try to do that with those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys just want to play, so I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll hop in. Plus my other
Why not?
golfing buddies want to do one, so they're always fun. They're fun to do.
Newbies are always the ones to beat, so
Right.
they just
always-
go
they
over.
always
Or they get lucky and win the league.
Yeah, I was going to say, or
Yeah.
they beat me.
Yeah. They pick their players
Guarantee
based on
I
the
will
name
give
of the
up.
mascot.
Guarantee you, I give up people's first wins. Like I'm the I'm the guy. So you need a win, come play this dude.
Right. Sean, how about you? How many leagues are you in?
I will be in 5 this year. That's my newfound limit. Like 1 year I had 21 teams.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That was the worst.
Oof.
I couldn't enjoy it because, it's like, yeah, somebody did something good. And then you're like, oh, wait.
I'm playing against them.
I feel that way with 5. 21.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't even-
it was like, and then you're like trying to check the stats, and it's just like, I would just make sure that rosters were set, and then I wouldn't even look until like Tuesday. It's just,
Yeah.
it wasn't enjoyable. Plus, the Giants sucked, so it was just double salt in the wound. So, all right, well, guys, let's just jump right into this. Top 5 candies.
Mm.
Tasty.
Mr.
Yeah.
Steinke. You're on the clock.
I'm on the clock.
Oh wait. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, hit your thingy. There it is.
There we go.
Yes.
We have become so technologically
I
advanced.
know, right?
Better watch out. Breaking ground here.
Mhm.
Let's see,
Watch out, TikTok.
Little shout out.
Colin Coward, watch out.
Little shout out on the candies here that did not make the top 5. What was that?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
So many people found that funny, you know?
I
I
know.
can't help it.
We are growing, so.
It's like I don't.
All right.
All right, man, that's great.
Or honorable mentions.
Okay.
Honorable mentions.
Okay,
Yeah,
go.
just waiting for that race car to drive by again. Let's see here. I got Mars Bar. I don't know if people remember the Mars Bar, but
Yes.
very similar to the Snickers bar, but it's made with almonds instead, and a different kind of, I think, nougat, as people like to pronounce that word sometimes.
Nougat.
Nougat. I don't know. I got turtles on there, like the little pecan caramel chocolate covered suckers. I think HEB has some, or I can't quite. Yeah, I think they do. Those things are pretty good for a simple, easy snack, easy kind of candy. Messes up your teeth pretty well, but I'm down though. I am definitely down.
Yeah.
And then I have M&Ms on there. I mean, M&Ms are a classic. I just don't know if I could put them in my top 5. Like I like all the not all the flavors. I like the original 2 flavors and then the peanut butter for sure. Can't really get behind some of those newer flavors. They're kind of weird. Like I just don't know. And I don't like the crisp ones. They're dry for whatever reason. But overall, like the candy ones or the ones like at Christmas time are fun. And yeah, I like to snack on those. But my number 5 is going to be Starburst, the original pack. Yes, I think a lot of us can all agree that orange and the yellow or the lemon aren't necessarily the best flavors. But it's all about the pink and red.
Right.
It is all about the pink and the red. And
Yeah,
That's why you
pink.
ate the orange and the yellow first.
Yeah.
exactly.
That's-
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes
Yeah.
change it up so you can get a little bit different taste in your mouth before you drop in a couple more.
Yeah.
I'll do like
For sure.
I'll do like the baseball dip with a couple of them. Just let them sit back there and just do their thing, and then they get stuck to my teeth, and you just hope that they don't pull one of your teeth out. So, but Starburst, they've always been really solid, and I don't know, I really enjoy them. Good change of pace. Skittles, once again, original flavor. Watch your teeth, but they're great. It's going back to like the old school thing, like Halloween time stuff too, just mixing it up between all the other kind of candies you would get and things like that. And it's just one of those things, you walk down that aisle and there's so many hard decisions to make, but
Yes.
it seems to stand out amongst my ability to try to be selective. So number 3, I got Whatchamacallit. I think that is a very underrated candy bar.
Rated. Yes.
Totally
Yes.
agree.
I think
I
people
agree.
don't have a clue. I mean, it's not that they don't have a clue about it, but if you don't know, you just don't know. And I think people sometimes are hesitant to try it, maybe even somewhat scared. But they have one called a Whoopsie, I think, and I think there's some marshmallow maybe in there, but that one's really good too. So I think pretty consistent. They taste the same like they did back from the early 90s, so maybe
Yes.
in the late 80s. I don't know. I don't quite remember. But
Yeah, it was in 80s too.
it was 80s, is that right? Yeah.
Yep. Good stuff.
Yeah. And then I got number 2. I have Snickers. Now, Snickers in a blizzard, Snickers in the cold. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with one for my personal self. Like they kind of just go at any time. Like great dessert, great snack. Throw it in your ice cream, like you said.
Yeah.
But cold, man, like out of the freezer, Yeah, that's some sauce, especially on these wonderful, warm weather days that we're having here in Austin,
Yep.
Texas, or even in Texas in
Yeah,
general, Ryan.
The Snickers
how I
ice
eat all
cream
my-
bars.
Snickers ice cream
Yeah,
bar is
the-
great too. Great stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, Snickers, all time classic, and yeah, definitely one of my faves. Number one, anything Reese's, all of them, peanut butter cups, mini cups, big cup, nutrageous, like
Mallow cup.
mellow cup, yeah, gold cup. I don't care. That Easter bunny that's like 5 foot tall or 5 foot long or whatever. I'll take one of those too.
Yep.
No, just Reese's. It's always been one of my faves, and it seems like it's just I can go in anywhere at any time and I'll snag one, no matter what. I'll be getting a bag of chips for something to snack on. I'll just turn around and get a Reese's just because it's there. Like it always happens. Even when I'm trying to avoid candy and stuff like that, it's like I can always just get one and I'll take a bite here and there and then that. The only thing that ever works is it comes home with me. That's it. So.
Yeah.
And
I gotta
also,
get that king size with 4 of them.
Oh, one?
Yeah.
You don't get one king size. You got to get the deal. It's 2 for $3.55 or whatever it is. So yeah,
There you go.
yeah, stock up. But
There you
also,
go.
the Reese's they're better when they're cold. I don't know. There's something about cold candy and cold chocolate and stuff like that. It just really it's not refreshing, but it definitely is a spot hitter. Is what I like to call it.
Oh, yeah.
When my kids were younger, that was my go-to candy to test it to make sure their candy was all right.
Absolutely, Halloween candy for sure.
Because they were too young, they didn't know better yet. So let's just look out for them.
And then a big shout out to Twix though. Like that was one of my favorite candy bars when I was growing up. Especially the peanut butter one back when I can remember the 80s for sure, and it's like the yellow wrapper.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. Yeah. But as anything else, things change. But I still munch on those from time to time as well. So shout out to it.
What about the Snickers peanut butter?
I like it. I really do. I don't know if I'd put it in my 5, and I don't know if I'd put it over original Snickers though. But I do like it a lot though.
Are you a left Twix or a right Twix?
I'm a both. BOF. You're gonna eat them both. You're gonna eat them both, so it doesn't matter.
BOFF.
That's right.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's good stuff.
That's a good one. All right, Ryan, fire away.
We're good. All right, so some honorable mentions. Well, T already mentioned one, Twix. I don't have my top 5, but yeah, always a double fisting Twix guy. So another one I'll mention, Heath. Heath
Yes.
bar. I do like Heath.
Great candy bar.
Toffee every once in a while is really good. Covered in chocolate.
I definitely agree.
Another one I'll say is 100 Grand. I think is kind of underrated too.
Very underrated.
Absolutely.
Very
So
underrated.
Absolutely.
always like it. Always like it. Then I kind of got to go with a little bit of my gummy candy a little bit. So Albanese gummy bears. I don't do the Haribo shit. It's okay, but Albanese, if you've never had it, try it. It tastes so much better.
I think I've seen it. But
It's in like a white
Albanese.
bag. Albanese. Look it up. I promise. Try the gummy bears. You'll be like, so much better. And
that.
Nerds Clusters are another honorable one that I like. So I'll mention, but to get to my top 5, so number 5 for me is Rolo. Always a huge Rolo
Forgot
fan.
about the Rolo.
Like those things you can just I hate it when you get to the bottom and you're like, man, I only have like 8 of them or something. Yeah, you can
I
just
was
pop
gonna say, you
them
just pop them.
like that. Yeah, ton of them. So,
I forgot.
number 4, something. Yeah,
Sorry,
very good.
Sorry.
4, no, it's okay. That's okay. 4 is something a little bit different. So it's from Buc-ee's. It's their sour rainbow strips. Don't know if you guys ever tried them, but they are amazing. So I think Airheads has one, but it's kind of sour. But this one's not sour; it's sweet. Well, it's kind of sour. They're called sour rainbow strips, but They are so delicious. Next time I go to Buc-ee's, I'm going to buy a bag and send them to y'all because
Sweet.
they're amazing.
And some
So,
beaver nuts, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll have to try those. Not the beaver nuts, but
Yeah.
the strips. I've seen them, but
Yeah.
I like sour and gummy candies like that, but
Yeah.
chocolate's always my first go-to with candy. So it's
Yeah.
just one of those things where
For sure.
sometimes I'm in the mood, and other times I just pass. But they do look good.
Sure. Sure. Number 3, peanut butter M&Ms. And I stress that because I love those. I can
too.
eat those like all day.
Me
They
too.
sell like a 96 ounce thing at Sam's that I've gotten before, and it's dangerous. I'll just sit there during a movie or a game. Yeah. I'll
Or
eat
no,
half the damn thing, and I'm like,
that's a
oh.
handful thing.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's true though.
they're very good.
It's
I
true.
mean, to me, the best M&M flavor, hands down, peanut butter M&Ms. So,
peanut
number
butter or the
2,
peanut M&Ms?
peanut butter
Peanut butter. Okay.
M&Ms.
My bad. Big fan.
Peanut I do like, but they're probably they're down the list a bit.
I like to
but
eat
I do like them.
I like to eat the shell around the peanut, and then like crunch
Yeah.
on the chocolate, and then eat the peanut. I don't really.
Yeah, for sure.
But just store all the peanuts in your cheek like a
Yeah.
fucking chipmunk.
Like a squirrel.
Not
Then you got a
exactly.
payday.
Not
then you got a
exactly because the
payday.
chocolate melts, so I try to eat the peanut
Right.
with the chocolate. But I mean,
Right,
if I need to, then sure, I will do that. Yeah,
right.
I'll even make the noise. If I have to.
Shout out to Payday you mentioned there. So hopefully that's not on anyone else's list, but that's a good one too. Not on mine.
God, got to start over. Just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh man. Okay. Number 2, Sour Patch Kids.
Nice.
To me, just the best sour candy. It's consistently good. Again, you can kind of see a trend. It's more bite-sized stuff. I do like the candy bars.
Easier to get
but,
to.
man. Yeah,
Easier to get
yeah. I
to.
just love the bites. Yeah, and just man, it's just so good. And I can mess with some Sour Patch Kids
I
big
can mess
time.
with some sour
So I know that doesn't sound good, right? Huh. I don't mean that in the way everyone's thinking right now. Get
Well,
your mind out of the gutter.
First they're sour, and then they're sweet. So
True, exactly.
Yeah, but those don't ever get rotten like kids.
that's kind of
So
scary,
true.
though.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my number 1, Reese's Pieces. So
Welcome to
same
the
with you.
list.
On my chocolate, frozen. I gotta I put in the freezer every time. Gotta eat it cold. But Dollar Tree used to sell the dollar boxes of Reese's Pieces.
Like movie candy
And it was
style.
like a movie.
Yeah,
it was a movie
nice.
box serving of it.
Yeah.
So you could go buy like 4 or 5 of those for $5. This is back when it actually was Dollar Tree, and that was like my go-to dessert.
Did you tip
like
the box
every
like
day.
you were drinking like a soda? You know, just
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chug, dude, chug. You know how many can you handle? You know, so
chipmunk it up, man.
I don't know.
storm in my mouth, right?
That's funny.
Just go into a movie, man. You got some wide cheeks and come out with just skinny
Right.
cheeks again. So
But yeah, I do agree with you, T. It's hard when you go down that candy aisle to pick one. So
it really is.
I
'cause
usually like to try something different, you know, but
or
sometimes-
something like you said, like that $100,000. I've totally forgot about.
sure.
And I just
Yeah.
had one not the other day, but a couple weeks ago. But yeah, you're just going down. You're kind of looking at things, and something catches your eye. Even like a Baby Ruth, you know, it's just like, oh, I hadn't had
been a
one of those
while.
in a minute, and then all of a sudden something
Yeah.
else catches your eye, and then the trend. So it's a tough thing. It's a tough.
Go in for one thing and
Hey,
come out with.
you want to see one I saw at Five Below the other day was a Zagnut.
See, I hadn't seen that.
When's the last time you saw a Zagnut?
Beetlejuice.
They had Zagnut,
Beetlejuice.
exactly right. They had one there at Five Below.
That's
They had a Zagnut.
crazy.
So I was like, I should have bought it. So, but that's my list. So love me some candy, love me some chocolate.
It's a good list.
And,
It's a great list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So was yours.
All the ones
Yes.
I've all partaked in, that's for sure. So
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys have hit on a lot of good ones, but I will, for honorable mentions, I'll go 100 grand. Snickers. I almost feel like the fifth one is the hardest one to pick on these lists because
really
it's
is,
like,
for
which one do you leave out? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention, which I had to struggle with, is Fifth Avenue.
Oh, I forgot.
Fifth Avenue. Mm-hmm. And then you
Great
guys just
candy
mentioned
bar.
Payday, Twix, of course. And I put Reese's Peanut Butter Cups there too as well. So, but at number 5, I have Nestle Crunch. I've always
Good classic.
loved those, and I think I like them better in the minis. Like that's another.
I
Halloween,
personally do like them better than minis.
Kid Raid.
I
Yeah.
honestly do. Like the little bars, right? Little mini bars.
Mm-hmm.
I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely do.
I don't know. It's simple. You know, it's milk chocolate and Rice Krispies.
Right.
You know. So, but that'll lead me to number 4. Whatchamacallit.
There you
I
go.
agree with you guys. That's an all-time classic.
Yes.
For years and years and years. And it's just, I don't know. I like when I have chocolate. Like sometimes I like to have a little milk on the side. You know, kind of
Sure.
cleanse the palate, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. All right, and then at number 3, which I've here recently come across, and it has just shot up the list, is the Lifesaver gummies, the Collisions.
I've not tried
Collision
those.
flavors.
I've had those. Yeah.
I've had the
Those
Skittle
are
ones,
good.
but I haven't had
Oh.
the Lifesaver ones.
No, don't. No, these blow the Skittle gummies away. But
They are
those-
good, and I've had them.
Okay.
They're
yeah,
a little
I
more
mean,
flavorful.
you just open the bag and it's just.
I like the
and at-
Twizzler, but it kind of they can get old real quick. I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
That's how it was
True.
growing up. It was just always popcorn, big ass soda, and Twizzlers. But now
Yeah.
I have Collisions. At number 2, I'm with Ryan on the Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Pieces,
So good.
Pieces, tomato, tomato, whatever. We all know
So
it.
good.
Yes. Yeah. Room temperature or cold or frozen. I'm down with that. But that's a handful at a time. You know?
Yeah.
easily.
And
Yes.
And at number 1, I don't know if you guys have ever had this, but a Toblerone.
Yeah.
I have. They're good.
Goes by
They come in
favorite.
4s.
Well, they're
Is it
they're
caramel?
triangles. They're triangles,
Triangles, right.
And it's honey and nougat.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to have a
Nougat.
friend. I used to have a
It's
friend
good
that would
nougat.
they would like they would just like they use that nougat. They would just he'd ramble and stuff. Oh, I really like to say
Oh, nougat.
nougat's in there, and I'm like, what? Why do you say it like that? That's how it's pronounced. I'm like,
Nougat.
okay,
Sounds like Street Fighter.
I say
Throwing a
I say
Powerball
nougat.
or whatever. Oh, nougat.
Right. This nougat.
Nougat.
Hey, shout out to one. So, do you like Nestle Crunch? Do you like Crackle?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's a toss up. You know.
Yeah. I always
That's-
think of that during Halloween too.
Yeah, I was gonna say a lot of those.
Crackle, you know.
I mean, that's a great bag.
Yeah, that's a great.
You know,
Yeah.
any time of the year is those multiple. I mean, because I didn't even say like just regular Hershey's chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Dude, Mr.
Classic.
Mr.
But
Good Bar
this is
at
a good
Halloween
classic.
time.
Mr. Good Bar. I mean,
Mini
Yeah.
bar, he'll let you be.
he'll
I know, right?
Man,
Yeah, he's
he'll
He'll
just
never.
get
cool.
He
roasted
will
in
never
his
hear
comedy
this.
special.
So. And if he does,
All right. Well, that
Sure.
is a fantastic top 5,
Yeah,
gents.
I agree.
I think for
Loved
the
it.
people, we shall do a non-food top 5. Oh, but wait, there's one later in the show.
Yes.
dun-dun-dun-dun. Where's your sound effects, man?
You have to keep listening.
Oh
to
yeah,
hear it.
I love this thing.
There should have been stuff
Hold on.
flying all through the,
Mm-mm.
well, not through the candy, not
All right.
that, but it could have been applause. There could have been the race
It's
car
okay.
again. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah. Thank you to the 6 people that are here clapping. right
appreciate
now.
that.
Right.
They sound like 15, so we'll take it.
Okay.
There, yes,
This
we got one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, since we did hear the NFL draft pick chime, guys,
Yes.
what do you say we get into our 2023 Real Tree Shakers show mock 1.0?
1.0.
1.0.
and final. We won't
Yes.
beat Mel Kiper Jr. and have 4.0.
Well, you listen
Or
here, Todd.
4.2.
Right?
Todd. I can't believe ESPN let McShay go.
I know.
Like, you can't tell me
Crazy.
that
Yeah, I forgot.
Mel and Todd's mock draft was not one of their highest rated shows.
I know.
ESPN
I agree.
is stupid,
Hard to believe.
dumb. So, okay, well, how about a little breakdown, Mr. Anderson, on how this mock draft is going to go?
Okay, so we are doing a 12-team snake mock draft. We have picks 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna let the auto pick the rest of the picks. So we'll pause the draft and just explain a little bit while we're picking this guy. We don't have to take too much on it, but it is a 12-team half PPR draft. We're gonna have it's 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex positions, and 1 defense. Because I hate kickers. Sorry guys. I hate having a kicker.
Lonesome
it.
kicker.
What about that?
Okay,
Bucks
Yeah.
kicker?
so
Sorry. Who?
Grammatica?
Who? Well, it wasn't Mike.
The one they cut today.
It wasn't Mike
The one they cut
Nugent.
today.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
you get.
Yeah, they went with what? McLaughlin.
Well,
McLaughlin?
when I draft kickers, I always take them in the last pick.
Yeah, defense,
Yeah. Like,
defense,
I
and
mean,
kickers
you-
last usually.
Yeah, or like a sleeper rookie, like running back or something. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
like when people draft, it's like. Anyways, well, I got a good question for you guys later. But all right,
Okay.
so without further ado, are we ready, gents?
We're ready.
Oh wait,
And
what's the draft? order?
Sean is first, then Trenton, then me.
I hate the first pick. I really do.
So you get to decide who your first pick is if you were going to take it.
I know, and then you have to watch
Um,
all those picks go. And
Mhm.
It's like, can I call for my extension already? No. First pick. I mean, okay, so this is where you go
You can go ahead and
quarterback.
pick it, and I'll pause it.
Oh, I know that. I'm trying to explain my pick.
Sorry, go.
Yeah, I mean, first pick. I mean, I've seen a lot of where.
Oh,
It picked Justin Jefferson for you.
Well, that's okay. All right. Well, then.
well, scratch all that.
Sorry. I
No,
wasted
it's
everybody's
Trenton's
time.
turn.
Well,
All right.
I am not going to
So
take.
you make your
Mahomes.
pick, and you make your pick, and I'll pause it
Okay.
and let you explain why.
It's always tough down here because I think this year there's going to be more depth in receiver than there's going to be at running back.
Okay. So now pick number 3. So
What? No applause? Messed up.
Yeah, man. I'm still trying to.
There we go.
So I'm a little torn here on mine. I don't really like picking from the 3 spot either, but I'm really not a huge fan of Eckler this year. He wants less work, I know, and I don't know. I feel like he's not going to do what he's done in the past. Jamar Chase is probably the safest pick to me, but I'm going to stick it out for one more season, and I'm going to go Travis Kelce.
I like it. I don't think there's I don't think there's a bad move on that part at all. He's going to be the top receiver for that team right now.
Oh, yeah,
at least
for
to
sure.
start with. So
Okay, so am I stuck with JJ? Right? That was
You
my
are,
pick.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So now it came back to me. So
Mahomes
I'm looking
already
at
won.
who's left. Right. Yeah. So I'm looking at who's left. Obviously, there's some decent running backs, some okay receivers, but I'm going to go with a guy who I do think will be good this year, and I'm going to take Tony Pollard. So a lot of y'all may wonder why. I know y'all are anti-Cowboys, but
Wonder
I
why.
still believe. I know. I still believe he'll have
Shouldn't have done that.
12 to 1,300 yards rushing and about 10 touchdowns. So I think you'll get solid production from him. I worry about his receiving a little bit, but I still think he'll put up solid, like top 5-6 RB numbers. So, not worried too much about it. So,
Okay.
Trenton, you're up.
Let's see here. Since I took a running back first, I'm gonna go to the receivers and look. I don't know if I like what's there since the computer's kind of doing its own thing and just taking them in order. But I feel like there'll be other things there if you're in this position, though. There'll be other players there just based on how those drafts are going to go. So I think I'm going to switch it up, and I'm probably do the smart route here. I'm going to take Josh Allen.
Okay.
I think he's going to do well in this season, and once again, I think the Bills do need help on the offensive line, so they need to go out there and let him use his arm more than versus in the rushing game. I mean, they need to get the running backs going for sure, so that way they can get that stuff going. But I like his potential, I like his upside, and I like what he's done so far. And let's see what him and Diggs can connect with. Plus, Dalton Kincaid.
There you go. Right. We'll see. And Sean, I'm going to tell you, you're on auto draft, so I don't know what's going on. Are you signed into Buds and Suds?
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know we were doing that. So I was just going to be like, okay. All right. Well, I got Jalen Hurts. So
you got Stevenson and Jalen Hurts. So you have your receiver, you have your running back, you have your quarterback.
Now you can handcuff, too.
You feel pretty good?
The big Zeker.
Well, you can get Zeke. Big Zeke.
Yeah, let's see. Had I picked, I probably would have taken Ramondre there.
Yeah.
And QB, I probably would have gone Burrow.
Okay.
Had I had the pick. But
you like Burrow over Hurts?
I do. And it's not
I'm torn there.
I mean, they're both going to have great years. And then, of course, my MVP pick, Justin Herbert, sitting there too. So that would have been tempting. Or I could have just gone QB. But I don't know. All right.
Okay.
Back on the clock.
So you're logged in now. You're good to go, right?
I am good to go. And now I know it's actually going on. Sorry.
Okay. And now it's Trenton's turn. You're up, T.
Let's see here. I'm going to go with a wide receiver. I'm going to take Olave. I think he has a better season than last year. I thought last year he did a really nice job.
He's good.
I know the quarterback situation down there is between Carr, or not between Carr, but Carr starts, and I like his connection. I think they'll have. A lot of times in fantasy, it's you think you know something and you don't, and but I like his style, and I've got some pretty good confidence in him this year. So see what happens.
I agree. All right. Well, I'm looking at do I just saturate the tight end market and take Mark Andrews? I don't know, maybe, but I'm not gonna do that. So, I really do want to get a receiver here. So
yeah, now that I've actually participated.
Hey, your team. I'm going to go with Justin Fields.
Ooh.
So I do like him progressing more, becoming more of a passer. I'm hoping that's my only fear with him. I know y'all think he's kind of injury prone, and I get it. He probably kind of is. But I still think he's good for close to 1,000 yards and on the ground.
He's got some good touchdowns weapons now.
He does have better weapons now, which I like. So
I'm going to go ahead and take David Pierce. I know it's questionable being on the Texans and all with the offense situation there.
Well, Dameon Pierce.
I'm sorry. What did I say? David Pierce? My bad. Dameon Pierce.
Yeah, it's okay.
I like how he ran last year. He's a hard-nosed runner. You're not just going to go over there and bump him, and he's not going to fall down. And I think they had a decent line last year for him to run behind. So with DeMeco Ryans being there, I know he's a defensive kind of coach, but I think he can put that mentality into winning the line, winning that game up there, or the upfront battle. And
right.
I think Pierce can break tackles, and I think he's going to have a really good sophomore season. So I think it's not a bad pick right there. So.
Yeah, I agree. He had 78% of the Texans' carries last year on the ground.
He's a lot of their offense last year.
He's
Right.
a little bowling ball.
Little bowling ball.
I do worry about Singletary being there as the handcuff, so I don't know how much they're going to go to him.
Singletary doesn't really scare me. I think he's more there for the passing part of the game.
True.
But
The reason I say that is because I know D'Amico was a 49er. He sees how Shanahan does things, and Shanahan likes his multiple backs. So I don't know if that's going to have any effect, but we'll see. So, but I do like it. Shores up that running game for you. So,
yeah.
Sean, are you ready?
Yes, I can finally make my first pick.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. The other one for you.
So, see, there's Herbert still sitting there. So,
even though you have Hurts,
yeah,
go for it.
Trade bait.
This is Superflex?
No, it's not a Superflex.
Right on.
All right, so I'm gonna go with.
I wasn't paying attention.
I want Scary Terry McLaurin.
Good pick.
Man, that's who I was going to pick next.
I know. Me too.
Yep, I like him.
Okay.
We've talked about him a lot, and I think he's just probably the most underrated receiver in the NFL.
Yes.
I think he's one of them.
Easily. I mean, he didn't even make Fantasy Pros top 10 wide receivers.
Crazy.
I mean, it's debatable there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm on the clock again, huh?
Go ahead and take Terry. Better draft him.
Waller. Oh, I got to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I got him. Okay. Jeez, catch up. All right, well, I said it. I'm going to go with Darren Waller for my next pick. I think he's going to have a huge year in, I'm talking 80, 85 catches. Just stay healthy, please.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Big number.
Does Shockey have the record for tight end receptions for the Giants?
Like in a career?
Is it Shockey?
Or
no,
a season?
just in a season.
I think so, probably.
It's got to be, right?
Probably 70s. I don't know if Mark Bavaro ever caught that many passes. That felt good to make a pick. 2 of them.
It felt good to make a pick.
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to take D-Hop. I think, of course, depending on this position of the draft, you're kind of some pickers, no matter if you're drafting against the computer or against your buddies.
Sure.
But, this isn't a bad guy to kind of fall into your lap here. And now with Burks being a little dinged up, I'm sure he'll get a few more targets than maybe they thought until he comes back. And I look at him as being, since it's PPR, one is the amount of catches he's going to have, plus the yardage he can get. But mainly that red zone threat. It's a quick 7 points right there for most of the times, if not more, depending on how far they're out. So I do like me some D-Hop. Hopefully he can find some connection with Tannehill or whoever it may be eventually be back there. But he's played with some bad quarterbacks in the past and still got some yardage. So I like it.
Sure. I agree. All right. So
can I have my applaud, please?
5th round.
Oh, yes. Oh.
That's even better. Well played, sir.
Man.
Well played.
Well, give me.
That's what I would have done.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, don't trust me for technological shit right now, okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So, all right. Well, I am going to go with Mr. Fields' number 1 target, hopefully, Mr. DJ Moore.
Good pick.
So,
hey, Mr. DJ.
I'll hit pause real quick. So, I like DJ Moore. I think he improves on what he did last year. He has a better quarterback. I think he'll be in a better offense. We'll see how it goes. But I do think he'll help open the field up for Justin Fields. And the Bears' offense, I think, could be pretty decent this year. I could see him catching 90 balls. So hopefully that is true. Coming back around.
I got to give me one of those things.
So round 6, I look at a lot of guys and I think, who do I want? Who do I want? Where am I weak? And running back is one of them. So I'm going to take Javonte.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to take Javonte. I saw what he did in the preseason game. I loved how he just was dragging those guys, and people were probably scared, but he looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good. He caught 5 balls too, and I love that part of him too, because I think they'll definitely utilize that. I know Sean Payton. I mean, I could see an Alvin Kamara season from Javonte. So
no, let's come back down. Yeah, I am a wide receiver, and I'm going to take Christian Kirk. Good numbers for the Jags last year. I know he's going to be the number 2, I think, behind Ridley, if I'm not mistaken. But
yes,
the way that offense is set up, they use all of their weapons, whether it be tight end, one receiver, the second receiver, even the third. They have a pretty decent ground game. So, yeah, I kind of like his. I like him in the red zone a lot. I don't necessarily know what his yardage is going to be like this coming season, since he won't be the one. But I like him in the 20 and in. I really like him down that way.
He's gonna be huge because now the attention's on Ridley.
Exactly.
And Ingram had a great year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Career highs all across the board.
So I think Kirk can kind of sneak in there a little bit and pull some stuff out. I think he's a solid pick, though. I do think he's a solid pick for him.
I do. And we all like Old Sunshine.
Yay!
Trevor, so
they're not gonna laugh at me.
All right, Sean, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't know about Pacheco. I like the way that guy runs, man. But and White, I don't know if I trust him. Montgomery, man. Oh, I saw B. Robinson, but it was Washington. So.
Not that Dijon.
Yeah. Yep. All right. I'm going to draft.
Wow, you went with Rachaad White.
I went with Rachaad White. Yep.
But very hesitantly.
Yeah, I know he's going to start. He's the man there, but I just got to think he's going to see a lot of 8-man boxes. Daring the defense. Defenses are going to dare the Bucks and Baker to throw.
Come on, they got Baker though. Come on.
I know. And Mike Evans and Godwin, But I'm on the clock again, huh? That's right. Oh, yeah. No, wait.
It is you, yeah. Good old Baker, you don't think? How much will Chase Edmonds take away from Rachaad White is the question.
3rd down.
Chase Edmonds has looked pretty good, so.
Yeah.
I think they're going to let Rachaad White run it, though, so we'll see.
Well, I might need to make a trade.
You don't like your running backs?
No, I like the first one. I like Ramondre Stevenson a lot. So,
are you worried about Zeke taking away anything from him?
The new offensive lineman that the Patriots signed?
As much as you don't want to admit, I mean, he's going to take away some carries. He is going to get carries.
Take away them goal line carries.
Right, but okay, true. Patriots could have signed Dalvin Cook, and they went with Zeke. I don't get
less money.
At the same time, though, Rondé is a big dude, so he's not going to necessarily lose it.
Are we trying to win?
I think the Patriots don't care anymore. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. All right. So put me back on the clock.
Here you go.
All right. So now starters filled. Now it's just best available player. Let's see. So I'm not going to pick for a while. I'm going to go with Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I like him.
I like that pick.
He's going to be in the slot. DK and Tyler Lockett, who's still solid. Geno had a great year last year.
True.
One of the few people that will get into the league, look like a bust, and then all of a sudden just flip the switch. But no, I like the kid. From I don't even want to say it. Wide receiver, you.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, that's enough Ohio State talk. So let's go on.
I will say this with JSN, the only thing I worry about is Geno Smith going to be able to repeat what he did last year? Can he be as productive? That's what I wonder.
Well,
and DK Metcalf is due for a better year. So is he going to be better and take away from either Lockett or JSN? So I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna go on a little stretch here. I'm gonna take Charbonneau from the Seahawks. So back-to-back Seahawks. I saw him in his preseason game. I know we're against a bunch of backups and secondaries and things like that, but the kid's got speed. I think Richard might be the starter there to start with, but I can see it changing a guard. So I like him a lot, and being in the position I'm in right here, where I don't know if I'm going to get back to him, I'm going to go ahead and snag him and kind of not necessarily stash him, but I could at least use him on a flex for a little while if I need to, and I think that would work out. But I like him a lot this year. I really do.
I thought you were going to grab George Pickens there.
Thought about it. It.
The greatest ever. The next Jerry Rice, according to Ryan Clark.
The greatest.
No, I don't hate Ryan Clark. He just makes I think he makes a lot of takes to get attention. This is reason why. So
I get you, man.
I just remember when Brady burned him in that game, and I was like, I thought it was funny.
Had a good take on the Skins about them like receiving that message from EB.
Sure.
And like, this guy's he has rings, man. You need to shut up and listen. That's what I was like. I like that. But when you started saying what you were, I was like, well, you're definitely not wrong. Listen to him sometimes. But I do like. Boo.
I don't have that.
I just feel like the dude's overlooked a lot, and he produces every year.
I like him.
He is overlooked a lot to me, and I don't know why. Ayuk, he's overlooked all the time, and no one ever really thinks that, he's good, but I think I want to say he's finished top 30 receiver every year he's been in the league. So, if I could get that production out of him, I would take it every time, as my third receiver. So
no, I get you on that. I get you on that 100%.
I'd be happy with that. So
yeah,
we'll see where it goes.
I used him a lot last year. He came in very handy.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I used him in your league, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you had it. Yeah, you had him. It's getting thin out here.
Thank you.
All right.
Who won that league?
I don't remember his name.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I remember his name.
Like I know him. All right. So tough call for me. I'm really debating on who I want right here. Golly. Man, you know what? AJ Dillon. Reason I say this, Packers struggle. They trade Aaron Jones halfway through the season.
You think?
And they go with Dillon the rest of the way because I don't know. I think I think they're going to want to say, you know what, we got to build for the future. We're going to get some picks, trade Aaron Jones. I'm hoping it's a 1A, 1B. I don't think it's going to be that way to start the season, but I think Dillon will creep up there and get more. His third year, I could see him being a little bit more involved. So we'll see how it goes from there. So, all right, T, you ready?
I am. I think I'm going to go ahead and just snag another player I like, and that's Dalton Kincaid. That's right.
There's your tight end.
That's my tight end. I think he's going to play out of the slot. He's built like a big receiver. He will play tight end and stuff, but he can be utilized in that offense, and I think him and Allen can develop a really quick connection real fast. I do like Dawson Knox has been there, and if you look at those numbers in the past that he had outside of last year, there's some pretty solid numbers for a tight end's position. So
yeah,
I think if you're this late, you're not getting one of the king of the crops kind of thing. Like he's a nice selection,
right? I do think he could be the best rookie tight end, no doubt.
I think so. I like it a lot.
He's probably the most gifted.
Beautiful hair.
Most gifted tight end. He's probably, talent-wise, I think he's the best rookie tight end. So he definitely is on the best team of any rookie tight end. So best quarterback. So we'll see. But I like it.
There's still some solid ones out there. I think it's just a matter of between your bye weeks and whichever you want to do there. So
sure,
I think,
sure.
there's some other quality candidates out there.
Sure.
For sure.
All right, Sean, you ready?
I believe so.
You are up, sir.
All right.
Bida-ding, bida-ding, ding, ding.
We're making our own noise here.
That's
We're gonna go
right.
10 rounds.
Hey,
10
we
rounds
are-
on this.
we're-
Are you guys good?
Yeah,
10 rounds sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on a budget, so
Yeah.
we
We
take what
lost
we
our
can get.
sponsors after we lost our sponsors after we rounded up.
Damn Blue Chew.
This is coming out of pocket now.
All right. Oh crap! I'm gonna go with
Hayden Starburst.
Quentin Johnson. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Oh,
You ready?
Yep.
I
Okay.
didn't think he'd take him. I waited on him. I like that guy
Yeah.
though a lot.
Yep. I think. Well, Allen and Mike Williams, great,
Yeah.
but never available for the full season. Like you said, Eckler's going to want a little less of a load, and I just think that Herbert just blows up this year. I don't know why, but I think
He's
that.
your MVP pick.
Yep. Johnson's going to have a ton of one-on-ones, and he's got the size, the pterodactyl arms.
He's also
And-
playing out of the slot, which Kellen Moore loves using that slot. So
Right.
I think
I mean,
he's got a huge upside there,
yes.
or
So,
his ceiling as well, I should say.
so that pick definitely deserves that.
There you go.
Okay. So I'll just screw it up on
Someone's got
this
to mute
next
that
pick.
thing.
I'm going to have to screw this draft up. Okay, so I'm just going to go with best available player. Can't draft a Cowboy.
Hey, they get it. Trust me.
True.
Yeah. Man,
Ain't nothing that happened out there that we're not saying.
Aaron Rodgers, Daniel C. Okay, so if we were really doing this, I would probably go backup QB at this point. So I would. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'd go Daniel Jones.
Yeah, if he's still
I
there,
mean-
that's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, round
Being a
9.
homer, huh?
Yeah, why not? Man,
No, I know.
he's gotten
I'll take a
better
step
every
forward.
year, and he finally has some weapons. I mean, of course, Barkley's going to have another big year, but they need someone else to contribute. And now you got Barkley that could take it to the house anytime, and then Waller's just going to kill it in the seam. I don't know if anybody saw the preseason game, but they already have a nice rapport.
Yeah,
So, but
I did.
anyways,
I did.
we shall
I didn't
see.
see the game, but I heard they're developing a
Who's
great-
going to
great
step
connection.
up as receiver, though, is what I wonder.
Well, I'm hoping the
Is it
kid
Slayton?
Jalen Hylett. Slayton's underrated.
Ball
And
is
then-
inside.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah.
All right, so
I'd
you
turn the
ready?
game off.
I am.
Okay.
And I am going to go with a rookie that scored a touchdown tonight that I witnessed, and that's Zay Flowers.
Okay.
I think I like his talent. I like his upside. I think a lot of it has to do with how they're going to utilize Lamar there, and are they going to? They keep talking about how they're going to throw the ball everywhere and this and that. That's all fine and dandy, but will Odell stay healthy? Can Lamar stay healthy? But I like I like this guy's threat as a deep ball threat, and what I saw tonight too, where he caught that ball and in traffic, he's got some speed, and I like it. So I'm always a big fan of some of these rookies that come out and play. It just depends on what system they're in or which team they're on and the system.
Yeah.
And again, this year I think there's a lot of depth at wide receivers, so you don't have to necessarily take the next best available, or if there's a question, go ahead and take those guys a little bit lower down because they might carry a little more value.
Oh, great.
I like me
I agree.
some
Got it.
Flowers.
Just got to update that Scary Terry headed to the locker room.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
hopefully that's nothing.
Yeah.
Why is he still out there? Or why was he still out there?
I don't think he has been, honestly.
Oh,
Riverboat Ron.
Yeah.
Taking
So
his
I-
chances.
So my draft has just been fantastic. Auto drafted, and then the first player I picked gets hurt. All right. So,
well,
All right,
good thing this
I'm
isn't for
ready.
real.
Well, I'm going to go with
Well, I
the New England Patriots #1 receiver. I know I can't wait to see his TikToks in the middle of the field. They're going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to him tremendously in the snow. Can't wait. No, I
Daddy
do
No
like.
Angels.
So Juju, it's kind of a reach, I know, from where I was at. I kind of like the kid, see what he's going to do. I know no one's there. He's going to be the guy. It's his receiving core. I don't believe in Mac Jones a whole lot, but I could definitely see him catching 80 balls for 1,000 yards and me being fine with that and being good. So,
Big numbers.
yeah, I would be. That's what I'd be happy with. That's like the top. If it's 70 for 8 or 9.
She's cute.
All right, my last pick. So,
Who's on the bay?
man, I'm so torn, but I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs running back, Jerick McKinnon.
I like him.
So, dude is like great PPR. He's a great fill-in for if you get injuries, whatever. I had him in my other league last year. Picked him up on waivers. Worked out great. Like I said, just to me a great bench piece to have, and that's kind of what you want. You really look for you look for the best available, obviously, but I look for a lot of real good bench pieces. Running backs in injury-prone positions, so you definitely want to have quite a few backups just in case. So that's why I went with him. So, T, if you're ready, it's on you.
I am. Let me go. That's right. Put some Mostert on my dog.
There you go.
Again, if this guy can stay healthy, and I don't know the situation with Jonathan Taylor and this trade talk stuff, but right now, I mean, he's the starter, and the fact that he fell this far, it's kind of tricky. And I know they'll be running back committee there a little bit, but they're going to run the ball. He's explosive. I would, I wouldn't mind using him as a flex. Definitely material and stuff like that. But for right now, not a bad little steal this late when you need some depth at running back.
Raheem must start.
Raheem
Must start. Must start. There you go. All right,
Raheem must
Sean,
not
it's on
get
you.
hurt.
Who you got, Sean?
I have Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes.
Well, see, none of y'all chose defense.
Well, defense usually goes last, stuff like that. So
If
Or
we do
whatever.
we'll
Take
do
the
another
Cowboys
full
defense.
draft at some point, and we'll get through it quick. We'll do one.
We'll do a
We'll
redraft
dedicate a show. Yeah, we'll do a 2.0.
where Sean does not start the draft.
Yeah, where you get actually your picks in.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, if we're just gonna add depth, yeah, thank you. I already have 2 tight ends. I'll tell you what. I would go if we were just adding depth and based on best available player. I'd go Cole. Okay, so I would
like
be
it.
on the. Yep. All right.
So I like it. Cole Kmet. So what do you
Yeah, I
guys
think
think
he'll
of
have
your
a solid
teams? Y'all like them?
I actually do, considering.
I'm not a huge fan of drafting from the front. I don't really
I'm
like
not
it
either.
this year. It's
I
not
think
like
my wide
my
7, 8.
favorite.
My wide receivers could use some help, but again, I
Yeah,
usually
same with
find
me.
those in later on. So
Yeah, I'm definitely weak at running back.
Me too.
But I
Wanna
have.
make a trade.
I don't know. I got.
I like it. I like it.
Very
sound
nice.
effects are nice, man. They're great.
I know.
love it.
Yes.
I got to try to figure out how to add more after I
And
watch
next, the 2.0 draft will be from picks 10, 11, 12. So,
That was cool.
yeah,
I love that.
enjoyed it.
I love that. So, all right. So, how many mock drafts do you guys do before you do a
Not a
draft? No.
Hundreds.
You do hundreds?
Probably. They're quick. I mean, they take, a couple minutes. Just it gives me an idea. I do most of the quick ones. I don't do ones with a lot of other users, although I should. But most of the drafts are so unpredictable, it's hard to really trust what a user would pick. So I just kind of look at it and say, okay, I'm probably going to have this row of guys, 3 to 4, maybe 5 guys available out of these, and I'll, pick one out of there. They're usually going to be available around when it's my turn. So, but hundreds at least probably. So,
All right. On what? Fantasy Pros or?
I do Fantasy Pros and Sleeper a lot. I've started really to like the Sleeper app a lot more, doing them on there just because they're kind of more in line with where I see players. And Fantasy Pros sometime, I mean, I get it. It's a good ECR. It's a good expert consensus ranking. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't know. I don't always agree with who they think should be picked. So, but
yeah, I had marked some notes. Like they had some weird rankings. Like it's Saquon Barkley as the 7th best running back.
Yeah,
and Justin
he's the top
Fields,
4 guy to me.
Yeah, I mean Bijan's gonna be awesome, but he hasn't done anything. Barkley's better than Pollard. Better than
Bijan
Derrick
is
Henry.
listed as the 3rd string on the team depth chart, the NFL.com Atlanta Falcons depth chart. Bijan is 3rd
I
behind
know.
Cordero and Algier. So there's that.
Yeah, I've started to go into the Sleeper app more too. But
Yeah.
I never even seen it until Trent started that league last year.
What are y'all talking about? I haven't received any of those notifications. So.
Are we on the right app?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I definitely don't have that one downloaded.
I forgot to mute notifications.
Sleeper or Grinder?
What about Hoagie?
Hey, your boy Ryan Clark's talking right now, Ryan.
There you go.
No, okay, like when you get notifications, right? Like I was just saying about the Scary Terry thing, but if you go and click on the whole thing and it shows everyone's comments, and then there's just those schmucks that just,
Oh, I don't look at that.
want to throw in those stupid comments.
Yeah.
Because they can't think of anything better when they, I don't know, still living at mom's home in the basement.
Yeah, that's all it's for. All the
clickbait. Clickbait. All right. So that was freaking awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Reminds me of like Friends or Seinfeld or something.
Anyways,
yeah, one of
last
the
track.
So I'll start it off. My honorable mention for the top 5 would be. See, I go back and forth on this. But I don't think the Jets are that good. I think they're good, but they're not going to be that good to make the top 5. Man, I really like this team a lot. I'm going to put the Chargers at 6. I like the Chargers at 6. At 5, I'm going to go with the Niners. Probably the best roster next to the Eagles in the NFC. Just, kill you on defense. And you play them, and then the next week you're guaranteed to lose because they beat you up that bad. Good head coach. If Purdy can stay healthy, that offense is just going to be ridiculous. At 4, I'm going to go with the Bills. Is this the last year that we kind of put them up in the upper echelon? Because now Diggs won
Possibly.
out. And I think that even though he just got a contract extension, I think if the Bills don't go to the Super Bowl, I think McDermott's done. And he's a good coach, but, he's had his time.
Good point.
At 3, I'm going to go with, I hate to say it, where's the puke sound? But the Eagles, I mean, what can you say? Georgia University Junior. Yep.
What?
So give a burp there for the Eagles.
I can't build one up. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what can you say? I don't think they have a Super Bowl hangover, but they do have a tough schedule. So at 2, I'm going with the Bengals. I think that they've progressed, and Burrow is just phenomenal. I mean, you can't say enough about this guy. And, they've got a great defensive coordinator, good D-line, and Burrow's just smart, and each year they've getting better and better. in my opinion. And at number 1, the champs. I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Best quarterback, best coach. What else can you say about them? Highly underrated defense. But they just, when the pressure's on, it's just like...
They did lose Chris Jones.
Yeah, whatever. He's good. Patrick.
Doesn't matter.
In September and October, it's all about offense anyway. So once he's back, they'll be fine for the stretch run. But that's my top 5. Who is next?
T, you want to take it?
Yeah, I'll go. Let's see. Shout out mention or honorable shout out. Shout out mention.
Okay.
You gotta get Dell and me over here, man.
Love it.
I'm gonna say the Ravens at 6. I like all the talent and stuff around and on the team. I'm worried about some injuries. I really am, and I'm also worried about the run game because that also would fall into some injury things there. But I think they'll fall a little short. Number 5, also I have the Niners as well. Second best team I think in the NFC. They're just really solid. I think a lot of it's going to come down. Can Purdy duplicate what he did last year? And be consistent for him, step up, and when you have one of the best running backs in the league, they're going to have to utilize him. I think he will have a big year. See if that connection is with Kittle again. So, number 4, also have the Bills. I like the squad. I think they're do or die this year. Sean just said about Diggs not really being happy there, and they've gone through a lot over the last couple of years, being so close. And then, of course, last year with the medical situation and everything. But they have all the talent in the world. We'll see if they can. We'll see if they can put it together because they got some hurdles to climb.
Yeah.
Number 3. I'm gonna put is the Bengals. I think they're as good as anybody on this list to be number 1, but my argument to the other 2 teams is like until you knock them off, then you don't knock them off, and so that leaves me with the Eagles at number 2. I think they drafted really well. We'll see if that talent really holds up. And there's another me, and the Chiefs.
Good one.
The Chiefs are. You can say what you want. You can say about them losing receivers and things like that. They proved last year that they don't necessarily need Tyreek and company like that. So I like them, and until someone comes across and knocks them off, well, they're going to be the best team out there with the best quarterback. So, hats off to them.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll get started with my honorable mention 6 team, and y'all can get ready with the double puke button because it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys. And I know it hurts me to say it too. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
They have a lot of really good players.
I think their defense is a lot better this year. The Gilmore ad is going to help them tremendously, I think. And I mean, as much as we don't like him, Parsons is a beast. Regardless, he's probably the best quarterback pressure in the league. So
I think they're a solid. I think they're a solid team. I think they just have a lot of question that they're on their offensive side of the ball. That's just all it is. So,
True.
That's why I don't put them in my top 5. I think they can easily be there, but that's probably not there for me.
Number 5, I have the New York Jets.
Oh, wrong. New York
I almost
team.
had you going there. Almost. Yeah. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it's, I don't know, the Hard Knocks, the influence from that. I don't know if it's that. I see this team and I'm just like, man, if they could get another offensive lineman, if they get Bakhtari from the Packers, they will be hard to beat. I think they're better than the Bills if they get Bakhtari. I think they'll win the division. I don't see anybody holding them back.
I just wonder if they're gonna mesh well with each other. They're already having issues with the line and stuff like that. So that chemistry there,
That's the only thing I've seen him have
that's
issues
that's
with.
where I'm just kind of like, but
Yeah,
The
because
defense
right now,
is
again,
gangbusters. I mean, there's no
they,
doubt
if
the
they start
defense is
off,
legit.
if they, I agree with you. I mean, you can even put the Dolphins up here too in certain degrees, but I think that like based on those schedules, like Sean was saying in previous shows, if they get off
Sure.
to a good start, I'm with you. If they get
Yeah.
off to a lackluster kind of start, I don't know if they could be a top 5.
Sure. It's a tough schedule, no doubt. So we'll see how they do. Number 4, I have the Niners. Just consistently good every year. Shanahan does it. Especially if Purdy's healthy. There's no reason they should not win that division and make a move in the playoffs. Number 3, the Bengals. I do worry a little bit about Joe Burrow's injury. I know they say he'll be ready for week 1, but just a little bit of concern there. 2, I have the Eagles. Just both sides of the ball. I get it too with their schedule tough, but both sides of the ball they've improved on, I think. So I don't know how you don't get better. You know, how they're not better than last year. So
well, I mean, I'm sorry. Haven't you seen Jalen Hurts' phone screensaver? It's him walking off the field with the confetti. So
that can motivate you for sure. There's no doubt. That's like, that's
unfortunately.
So, yeah, I know, right? Good luck in y'all's division this year. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And then number 1, Chiefs, like everyone says. I mean, you got Mahomes pretty much. You have a chance to win it all every season.
Okay.
Yes.
With a couple of boo.
I know. I knew I was going to get flack for the Cowboys and Jets, but I'll be honest. I was going to tell you, I almost threw the Niners out and put the Lions there. Almost.
See, I like the Lions too.
I had them up there too.
Almost.
The NFC's a little tough. That's all.
Yeah, very
tough to kind of pick. I mean, Jordan Love doesn't look terrible either. So it's like,
true.
You see the Packers up there? No.
So got the Vikings.
Yeah.
Cousins was pretty good last year. I mean,
he gets
really overlooked a lot, but I mean, he had a good year. You know, and they didn't lose anything. So, well, they lost Thielen, but they drafted a younger version that's better. Madison is like Dalvin Cook Jr. So
yeah, but that was the first time Cook actually played a full season,
and he had his worst year. So statistically,
because they had the best freaking wide receiver in the planet.
Really had to play from behind a lot though.
All right. I just know one thing. I can't wait until football's here. I cannot wait.
Well, I mean, we've got the 7th?
We got some game.
First game?
We got
Thursday,
some college this
the
weekend.
7th.
So, I mean, we've got 18, 19 days. So, I mean, it's coming to the best part of the year. I mean, baseball. I mean, can you believe there's only less than 40 games left in the baseball season?
I know.
Yes.
It's so awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I can't believe it. Because I'm counting down the days it's not 100 billion degrees outside.
Yes, exactly.
Counting those days down. Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, solid job, guys.
Right on.
Yes.
We will definitely be back with some new stuff coming up once the season starts. We're going to have some features that we'll get to everybody on a weekly basis. Top 5s. Non-food next time, guys. We gotta.
Yes, non-food, so we don't make everyone hungry.
Yes. But
I agree there.
Yep. All right. Well, make sure to follow us on all these social media platforms that have been set up. Make sure and please leave us some comments, good or bad.
Yeah, we love to hear from you guys.
Yeah,
we'll listen to them.
Yeah.
Even you guys.
We read them all.
Even you, guy, in your mom's basement.
Yeah.
But and make sure
10-year-old wants to call me an asshole. Fine.
Right. Asshole. As he whispers.
I mean, I'm like, okay. Hey, I at least know that he listened, so I'm good with that.
There you go. Yep. And if you are on one of those